Okay, hi. This is my attempt at my first video cast, my first podcast slash video cast. Right now, I don't have a laptop. My laptop should be coming in like 5 days on the mail. So yeah, my goal is to make this video over 20 minutes long, and because it's like I like to search around for videos talking about Final Fantasy 15, you know, what used to be Final Fantasy Versus 13 online. And I like videos, I like long videos, you know, that I can really get into, like that are over at least 15 minutes, preferably over 20 minutes. But searching around for the last couple of days, I probably only found about 3 or 4 good videos that really talked about the Niflheim base battle video. Again, this video is really crappy compared to what my future videos will be like because I don't have a laptop, so I couldn't prepare. I don't have a script or anything. I'm just going off the top. I'm at 1 minute. Okay. God. Yeah, and when I get my laptop, I have food in my mouth. I just ate. When I get my laptop, I'm gonna edit things. You know, I know how to use the Adobe video editing software and all that. But yeah. That Niflheim base battle video, it took me back, man. I've been a fan of the whole Final Fantasy 15 slash Versus 13 thing since 2006. Back then, I used to just watch the trailer over and over and over again on my PSP. The original 2006 trailer. I thought it was I thought it was amazing back then, you know. And then I don't remember when I stopped keeping track of where the game was, because I don't even know if I even saw the 2008 trailer when I came out. But I think I might have some memories of that. I'm not sure, but I know when I did get back in track with the game was definitely during the 2013 trailer, because I've been a Kingdom Hearts fan since Kingdom Hearts came out, so I originally just cared about the Kingdom Hearts trailer probably. But then I saw the Final Fantasy 15 trailer. It was like, oh yeah, I remember this Versus project, and it turned into a mainline Final Fantasy title. Like, that was amazing. I was so happy for Nomura. You know, recently I read up on interviews, and it seemed like Nomura was having so much fun making a dark game. You know, I read in interviews how he said, again, if I have my laptop, I'll put the sources, you know, in the video. But like, I don't have my laptop right now. But yeah, Nomura was so happy making a different game other than Kingdom Hearts. You know, it was really dark. You could tell when you watched the 2011 Versus trailer, and even the trailers before that. He was really having a good time making that game. And since he had to leave, he said it was the company's decision. You know, I think it's really. I don't know if it's really a shame that he left, because we were getting a different game now since he left. But it would have been nice to see what his Versus 13 or his Final Fantasy 15 version would have been like. You know, would have been cool. But sadly we're not getting that. But you know, maybe if this game does well enough, maybe we'll get a remake. You know, we're getting a Final Fantasy 7 remake. If this game does 10 million copies, I don't see why we couldn't get a Final Fantasy 15 remake. You know, a Tetsuya Nomura edition. So I'm hopefully we have multiple versions of the game. And backtracking a bit, I wanted to talk about the Niflheim base battle footage. Yeah, that took me back to like the 2011. Yeah, that took me back to 2011 Versus trailer. I know Marty and a couple other YouTubers pointed that out. Marty from IGN. I assume you know who he was. He's a big shot who works at IGN. But anyways, yeah, it took me back to that amazing 2011 trailer when Nomura was still there, and it kind of reminds me how Tabata, and I feel like I should remind you guys how Tabata is kind of like a really good person for this job of finishing Final Fantasy 15, because you know he did Crisis Core, he did Type 0, he did the Third Birthday. You know, I didn't really remember all that, but I remember some of it by watching. I researched on some other YouTubers talking about the Final Fantasy 15. I remember Crisis Core and Type Zero, but I never really cared about the Parasite Eve games. They were never really on my radar. But I thought that was interesting how he worked on how Tabata worked on the third birthday, and yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, that Niflheim base battle footage, it took me back, man. That footage was amazing. And episode desk guy, I'm at 5 minutes, 15 minutes to go. Okay, that Niflheim base battle footage, it took me back to the 2011 versus trailer. It was amazing. It had that Kingdom Hearts like floaty aerial combat that was missing in the episode desk guy. I remember them saying, and like, you know, they do podcast slash videocast called Active Time Reports, the Final Fantasy team, and they said that they always intended to keep that floaty combat in the original game, but we haven't seen it. You know, we didn't see it in episode this game. I think this is our first time really seeing it in action, and it looks amazing. It really made me feel like, ever since that 2006 Final Fantasy Versus 13 trailer, I always, even the Morris, Noctis means night, Kalium means sky, and Sora means sky. So Noctis was always intended to be Dark Sora. Well, especially when Nomura was still Tetsuya Nomura. If you don't know, he is the creator of Kingdom Hearts. He was the original director of Final Fantasy 15, and he left to finish Kingdom Hearts 3 and the Final Fantasy 7 remake. But yeah, Final Fantasy 15 was always supposed to be a mature slash adult slash dark version of Kingdom Hearts, you know. And I played Kingdom Hearts the first time when I was 10. So, you know, growing up with Kingdom Hearts and then getting into Final Fantasy 15 has been a really good experience because I'm 23 now. So I really grew up with this, and I've been playing I've been playing Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. And back in the day when I was like 15, when I would do my replays of Kingdom Hearts 2, I could like play fucking Kingdom Hearts all day. I can't really do that anymore. I have to take breaks. I've had this game for about a week now. If I would have had my hands on Dream Drop Distance when I was 15, I would have beat that game in like 3 or 4 days, probably less than that. I just would have played all day. But you know, I've always kind of been frustrated. I'm getting off topic. Okay. So yeah, Tabata, yeah, Tabata and the Final Fantasy team, they really made me cry a very proud tear, because I'm so proud of them, of that they're still keeping. It still feels like they're keeping Nomura's vision intact, you know, because like I said before, Tabata has worked with Nomura before, plenty of times before, so Tabata was the perfect guy to finish this project. And it's really hard to make a 20-minute video. I see why nobody does it, but I'm going on a marathon. Even if what I say is garbage, again, this is my first video. I don't have my laptop right now. There would be like videos. If I have my laptop, I'll be inserting, you know, clips and you know, like animations and stuff. But I don't have my laptop, so this video it's just my face. But next time, or whenever my laptop comes, or hopefully by the time I make my next video, my next video will be visually a lot more interesting. My 9 minutes, got about 10 more minutes to go. So yeah, I'm really proud of the team that they really kept the vision intact. And making a 20-minute video is really hard. All right, let's see, what else can I talk about? Yeah. Okay, let's talk about FF7 Remake a bit. My experience with Final Fantasy. I wasn't really a Final Fantasy guy growing up. I was never a big fan of the turn-based stuff. So yeah, I never really got into Final Fantasy 7. But since since the Final Fantasy VII Remake is action based, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get into that. I'm excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. But like I said before, I've kind of always been a frustrated gamer. So I remember playing the Sonic the Hedgehog remake I rented it for Xbox 360. When I was like 15, and it just got to the point where I thought it was so hard, I just put it down, and I just quit. But as a kid growing up, I played all those original Sonic the Hedgehog games and all those Sonic games on my Game Gear. I played those. It was so fun for me. I could play those games nonstop. But that's one instance of me just quitting, and I feel like I'm kind of having a similar frustration with Kingdom Hearts nowadays. So I hope I can get through Dream Drop Distance and get through Kingdom Hearts 3. And this is really shameful telling to my fellow gamers, because even if you don't like actually playing video games, I think you can have an appreciation for just watching other people play video games, or watching the animations, because video games at the end of the day, they're art. And especially nowadays, starting with the late 90s going into the 2000s, video games have started to look really stunning. Like the graphics, the 3D graphics have just evolved to the point where the computer graphics are just they're just visually stunning, So even if you don't like playing them, you can always find some other ways to be stimulated by them visually, just by watching the videos or just looking at pictures of them. So I feel like you can even if you don't play video games, you can still appreciate the artwork of video games. So yeah, I'm just kind of reaching for topics, because I'm really want to make a 20-minute video, and I'm almost at 12 minutes, and God, I don't know how I'm going to pull 8 more minutes out of my beep. What else is there to talk about? Yeah. I should be getting a PS4 soon, by this weekend. I was supposed to get a PSP. I was gonna play Dissidia again. I played the original Dissidia around the time it came out on my PSP, but I wanted to kind of play through it again. I'm a lot older now. I never played Dissidia 12. So I want to play that whenever I get my hands on a PSP, which will probably be within the next month or so. I'm definitely getting a PS4, so I'll hopefully get my hands. Yeah, I haven't actually played the episode Desk Guy. I just been watching people play it on YouTube. It looks fun. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention earlier. Episode Desk Guy. I did mention earlier. I was gonna say how Desk Guy was a lot slower than what Final Fantasy 15 is now. Okay, what else am I saying? Yeah, so I should be getting my hands on Desk Guy. Yeah, and I haven't confirmed myself, but I've seen a lot of other YouTubers say how the Dusky region is apparently not going to be in Final Fantasy. It's not going to be in the actual game anymore. I remember Tabata saying before that the Dusky region was a huge region, and that the only reason we saw in a demo was a small portion of what's going to be in the full game. So I always assumed that the Dusky region was going to be in the full game, but apparently it's not. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'll Google it later. I don't know why I told you guys again. I have 7 minutes to go, so I'm just talking about anything now. So yeah, I thought that was weird that the Dusky region was not going to make the full game anymore. Yeah, but whatever. Either way, the full game is going to be massive. Either way. And again, I'm repeating, making a 20-minute video making a 20-minute video is really hard, especially when you're going off the top. I don't have any footage to add in because I'm recording this video on my phone. I don't have my laptop yet. I might not even upload this because it's so unprofessional, and I'm kind of more of a perfectionist. I want something to be of higher quality, but I might just upload this for now, and maybe just put it on my Tumblr, and maybe not on my YouTube yet. So just because I feel like uploading something. I'm at 14 minutes, six minutes to go. Woo! I feel like I'm at the end of a marathon, even though I'm really lazy. I'll never run a marathon in my life. Alright, what else is there to talk about? Oh god, I think I've already got a gas, guys. Sorry. Oh god, I'm at 14 and 40 seconds. About 5 minutes to go. What else is there to talk about? Oh, Kingdom Hearts 2.8. I was originally planning on getting Kingdom Hearts 2.8 on my PS4, but I'm playing Dream Drop Distance, and I was never really a big Birth by Sleep fan. I only liked Ventus. But yeah, when I get my PSP, I was planning on getting Birth by Sleep 2, and again playing as Ventus. I never really clicked with Terra, with Terra or Aqua. I don't know. I guess part of me not being into Aqua because I'm not really into playing as a female, and Terra, I'm not really into big bulky guys. So I'm kind of more into the Bishonen. I forget the term. It's like a Bishonen, like the beautiful skinny. I'm 5'7", so I'm into the short guys, you know. So I like playing more as a Sora or as a Ventus. Even though I like Riku though, so Riku's an exception. I don't know. I'm just not into Terra. Like I said, I'm probably not into Aqua because she's a female. I know. I'm sorry, ladies. I know you guys love Aqua, but I'm not really into her. I mean, she's cool to look at. I like her design. I like all of Nomura's designs or whatever. So yeah, that's cool. I'm at 16 minutes. I feel like I'm at the finish line. Yeah. What else can I do? I guess how about I'll praise Tetsuya and Nomura. I really love Tetsuya and Nomura's artwork. I feel like he is a living legend. And I really love RP. I said this before. I hope that even though he didn't get to finish Final Fantasy 15, that we get like some type of remake from him in the future. You know, because I feel like the story he was going to tell. I feel like Tabata and the current Final Fantasy 15 team, they really couldn't do it. You know, something like that could only come from the brainchild of Nomura. So it made sense that they kind of changed from the Stella to the Luna thing. And I know if you follow me on Twitter, my Twitter is Gary Joe Will, I believe. Or it's either Gary Joe Will or Gary Joe W. I always forget. I was confused with my Instagram. And my Instagram is either Gary Joe Will or Gary Joe W. Again, if I have my laptop, I have all this organized, but I don't have a laptop right now. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the whole Stella Luna thing. Yeah, you might see me complain on Twitter or Tumblr or whatever, or Instagram, saying, oh my god, they should have kept Stella, but it's like, come on. The whole Romeo and Juliet Shakespeare thing, the guys who are making the game, they're doing a good job making the game. But I'm actually doing a good job finishing up. I'm almost at 18 minutes. Anyways, they're doing a good job finishing the game, but they couldn't have made the game that Nomura could have made, so we're getting something else. But Final Fantasy Versus 13 looked amazing, but Final Fantasy 15 also looks amazing too. I'm at 18 minutes, 2 minutes away from my goal. Oh yeah, there's one of the YouTubers I was talking about who I watched one of their videos. I forget his name. I think his name is like Neo Game Spark. He commented on how, I think he said that I kind of agreed with him when he said how in the Niflheim base video footage, how when Noctis was jumping around, how he kind of looked like Spider-Man. Yeah, I thought that was a really cool observation. I'm not really into a lot of things like I was growing up, but I was kind of into Spider-Man growing up, and Noctis jumping around definitely looks like Spider-Man. It looked a lot like Spider-Man. So yeah, I thought that was a cool observation. He was really acrobatic and looked really cool, and it really reminded me of Kingdom Hearts, a really adult, mature, dark version of Kingdom Hearts. And I'm at 19 minutes, so just I guess I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope I got every point across that I wanted to get across. I guess I'm going to tell you guys my Twitter again. My Twitter is I think my Twitter is Gary Joe W, GaryJow. If not, then it's Gary Joe Will, and then my Instagram is either Gary Joe Will or Gary Joe W, GaryJoWill, and my Tumblr is definitely Gary Joe Will. Or I have like multiple Tumblrs, or Gary Joe TV, or G_Doe. 9 minutes and 40 seconds. Thanks for watching. Again, this video was I didn't get to pick my wall. I just recorded a crappy video on my phone. My next video is coming up will be edited, and it'll be a lot higher quality when I get on my laptop. And thanks for watching. Toodaloo. Bye.